All right, welcome to the Mighty Ones 2024 highlights. We start the year off in January with something amazing that happened where myself and the band became the brand ambassadors for an amazing high-end vodka called Rockin' Vodka, which is part owned by Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. And February totally rocked. We had the opportunity to play a show downtown Vancouver at a place called the Roxy. Great rock club. And my friend Dave Patton, who actually mixed the Torch of Rock and Roll album, stepped in on guitar. It was unreal. And my friends Scars, Frankie Scars and his band opened the show. Scars is a band that I produced the year before, and it was an amazing show. March was the big month of the year because we started filming the Kickin' Stones music video. I was really searching for a warehouse, couldn't find one, but I went out and I hired my friend Eric Sade. We went out and did some drone footage, which was great for the opening scenes and stuff like that, those epic wide shots. And then I was finally able to get communication through a friend of mine to a man named Adrian. And he has a company called Burnaby Blacktop, like a paving place. And they agreed to lend us their warehouse for a weekend. Amazing. They really wanted to support the suicide prevention message that we were putting out with Kickin' Stones. Thank you so much. Everybody came together for this one. It was totally a family event. I had my daughter doing playback sound, which was great. And my friend Ciora and Jen, they did all the food and the catering. And my friend Deb did the behind-the-scenes social media stuff. It was just an unbelievable experience. And big shout out to our photographer, our official photographer, Albert Normandin, for taking some epic shots. Right, and April was totally dedicated to editing the music video, to going through all of the hundreds of hours of footage and choosing the right stuff. Thank goodness we have Juan from Sec Films in Colombia who is on our team, and he did an amazing job of picking just the right pieces, putting them together in an emotional way. Wow. So grateful for you, Juan. This is Juan from Sec Films in Colombia. Juan, thank you so much for coming and talking to me, and thank you so much for being such a huge part of what we do at the Mighty One.
Thanks to you, Tim. Seriously, for me, it's a honor. Like always, we are saying. I began to work with Tim a long time ago. I don't know, like
2020.
Yeah,
2019, I think.
Okay, yeah, of course. It has been a beautiful experience because in that moment, it's fun because my work, it's not like a huge work, like, like, sorry to
No, that's okay. No, you make a lot of films, and I noticed that you've been actually getting into some like product stuff too, right? But you do it in a very cinematic way.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Like I feel that my language goes to more like the films. It's not like social media content creation or something like that.
Yes.
I learned more about the films, about the cinema, about the classic films and all that stuff.
So here we are again with something that's very dramatic. It's a 6.5-minute song, right? It's a long song. Yeah, and it has a lot of movements to it, right?
Yeah, a lot of changes, a lot of I don't know, like different floors of, it's a little bit complex because it has so many changes in the I don't know, in the has a heavy parts, like a soft parts, and
super loud parts too.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what you're gonna do with it. I know the footage that we've sent you is probably some of the best that I think I've ever had the chance to help create, and be part of creating.
For me, it's a honor, like always I say. It's a special connection with your project, with you, and I know that we live in kilometers of distance, but
Long ways
there's
away.
a beautiful connection. There's too many light in this partnership,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I love the things that are happening right now with the band, with the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's a honor to create for you guys because your songwriting, your histories, your storytelling into music, it's so powerful, and
Mm.
the people needs this, the people needs this kind of messages too, because your songs are so, you know are hit so hard in the heart.
Okay. Kicking Stones music video coming out at
That's
the
great.
end of May. Or sorry, end of April, beginning of May. And the song is already out on Spotify. Just go to the Mighty One. Check out a song called Kicking Stones. It's playing all over the world and it's really gaining momentum, but it's really gaining momentum in Latin America because now I've given it to my friend Juan to really create the important part, which is the visual. Also in May, things really ramped up on promoting Kicking Stones, the video. And I really wanted to focus in multiple countries at the same time. So I took out promotions and publicity in Canada, in North America, in England, in Australia, and most of all in Latin America. And our media manager, Daniel Kill, was able to get the most amazing publicist, Diego Baez from Colectivo Sonoro, and he put together this unbelievable campaign with over 60 articles, which ended up finally with Billboard magazine. 2024 was just probably one of the biggest years I've ever experienced with the Mighty One, and a lot of it had to do with you know kicking stones and bringing that song to Latin America and Daniel, I just want to thank you so much for being such a important part of making that happen. You've been the social media manager for the Mighty One now for almost it's almost a year, and we got you got Diego on board from Colectivo Sonoro, and just tell me a little bit about that process. Just maybe explain to people how that was, because I'm from Canada, and you're from Latin America. You're the one who made this happen. Tell us a bit about that.
You asked me how to create a connection with people from Latin America because you love this part of the world, of course, and your experience with the song "Absuelto" Reprieve,
Yes.
and on
Yeah, which was like a really big song in Colombia because of Radionica, right? Because of Hector Mora, you know, and
yeah,
yeah,
Hector and Andres.
and Andreas Duran, absolutely, yeah.
They did their part putting the song on the official playlist for every day during those days that the song was released. And of course, since that day, your connection with Latin America was stronger than ever.
Yes.
And you asked me, Daniel, bro, I want to release Kicking Stones, and I want to record a new video for the song. Of course, it's a song that was released a couple years ago with the album,
Yes, officially, yeah,
but
yeah,
that your idea was to give it the relevance that the song needed,
yes,
you know?
yes,
And when you told me that, I was thinking in which guy was the right guy for that work, for that mission. And the name of Diego Baez from Colectivo Sonoro was the first and the only name that crossed on my mind.
Well,
Uh,
you made a great choice because I think you got us into over 60 or 70 different publications. And at the end, though, the big one came, which was actually Billboard magazine, Argentina. Like, and so there was a very, very successful campaign. We did other ones after that, but I just want to thank you so much for all the hard work that you've done with that song. Did another one, When This Is Over, which was also quite successful, and now we've got a bunch of new material coming out in 2025. And you and I, our relationship is tighter than it ever was. It started on one campaign, and now you are, officially my social media manager, not only for what we're doing with the Mighty One, but for the launch of my own sort of solo project, Steinruck. Stepping out into the world as a speaker and as a coach. All of those things. So it's been a very fast but deep evolution. Our relationship has evolved in a very, very deep and fast way. And that's probably for me one of the biggest highlights of 2024.
well, thank you for that kind words, bro. But I think when people with the same level of passion and commitment with music, with a powerful message in their minds, they create a connection, a bond. It's a non-stop force, you know.
Yeah. Thanks so much for making 2024 one of the most amazing years yet in the Mighty Ones history, and also in my personal career. I appreciate you so much. But May wasn't over yet. The video was out. The publicity was going. And I got the opportunity to go down to Nashville and to do a showcase for the Extreme Tour. Sitting in front of a panel of judges, Randy Robertson, guitar player in the band, came down with me. We met up with Christian Steadfast, our tour manager, and we went and we absolutely rocked this event and did a 2-song set in front of a panel of judges, and then stood up there and were criticized and were also celebrated. Nashville was a trip. We were also able to secure Eric Alper, one of the most amazing publicists here in Canada. He did an amazing job of really getting the music out to everybody, getting the music video. There was lots of magazines, and he also got us an unbelievable amount of Spotify and such playlists. Thank you, Eric, for your great job. Amazing. Also want a big shout out to Sean Bennett in Australia. Rock Pit Magazine did an amazing article for us, and we ended up on the UK Top 100 radio, Talk Radio 100, and the song stayed in the top 20 for almost 90 days, and finally in August it hit #1. All right, and June was totally dedicated to telling the story of Kickin' Stones, and Daniel Kill, our media manager, was instrumental in helping to put together those stories, editing together those stories as I told them here, right here in the studio. And, as challenging as it was, because it was about a best friend that I lost, I was so grateful for the opportunity to tell the story of how it all came along, who he was, and how he affected my life. In August, we headed to Atlanta, Georgia, to headline the International Singer-Songwriter Awards. Wow, what an event. I'd had the opportunity the year before to win 3 awards for Songwriter, International Songwriter of the Year. The band won Album of the Year for Torture Rock and Roll, and it was just amazing to go down there and celebrate get up on the stage, close the show, and bring out the CEO and the leader of the International Singer-Songwriters Association, Tammany Dove. And I'd written a song with her called Stay in Your Own Lane. The band and I put it together and we rocked it at the International Singer-Songwriters Awards. Can't wait to see you again. But August wasn't over yet. We released a visualizer lyric video for the song When This Is Over, which is the last song on the Torch of Rock and Roll. Now, this one really started to take off. And so we decided to continue onto a press and publicity campaign, which again, we put through North America, we put into the UK, but most of all, we put into Latin America. Diego Baez and Colectivo Sonoro did an amazing job. Again, about 60 different press articles went out, interviews almost every day. This was a huge success. In September, I received an opportunity to tell the story of Kickin' Stones in a book series called Rattled Awake. And this was a mental health portion of the book. So I wrote an article, sent in the song. Next thing I know, this book is the #1 best-selling book on Amazon. And now I'm a best-selling co-author. Wow, miracles. In October, we decided to do one more visualizer lyric video for the song Disruptor, the only song on the album that hadn't been given any attention yet. So we put out one more, and this one was absolute fire. November was a dream come true. I've been working for 4 years to release the Torch of Rock and Roll comic book. Been working on it with my friend Kenji Rodriguez. We were able to finish it and send it in for publication and printing. And I received the box of comic books on my birthday, November 13th. Wow, the ultimate gift that I could ever receive. And it's out now. And now here we are at the end of 2024. And I'm so grateful for all the people in my life. The band that I've got, Bob, Jamie, Randy, Chris, you guys are amazing. And all of the support around us. There's Ciora, there's Daniel, there's Albert, who takes amazing photos, right? There's Christian, who helped us out while we're on the road and doing these events. There's Eric, who took the videos. So many people all around the world that have helped 2024 be the most rockin' year we've ever had. Feel the fire. Keep it burning. Torch of rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.